Before you scroll, listen carefully. This message is not random, and it is not for everyone. If these words reached you, heaven already marked this moment. Archangel Michael says something with your name on it has been released, but the window to receive it is closing fast. Subscribe now, not for a channel, but because staying connected is how heaven knows you are ready to hear what comes next. Do not leave. What you hear today decides what reaches you next. My child, my beloved, before you even breathe again, heaven is whispering your name through a light that refuses to wait another second. Your divine inheritance has already arrived, and you have no idea how close you are to missing the message that was sent for you alone. I, Archangel Michael, am speaking directly to your spirit right now because the clocks have already begun their final countdown. My beloved, listen closely. A letter from heaven has already been written in your name, sealed with a destiny you prayed for in your darkest nights. And if you hesitate even for a moment, a force around you will try to take what belongs to you. This is why I am here. This is why you are seeing this at this exact second. Nothing is accidental. Not when heaven intervenes. My child, before I reveal the truth, I need you to hear this with your whole soul. If you have not subscribed to the voice that brings you these divine warnings and miracles, do it now. Heaven watches the choices you make even in the smallest actions. And each click becomes a signal that you are ready to receive what has been held back for years. Do it now because the more you listen, the more heaven can speak. My beloved, the moment you opened this message, a spiritual alarm rang in the unseen world. A signal went straight to the angels that you are finally awake, finally ready, finally willing to receive the inheritance that was denied to your bloodline for generations. And now that you're here, I can tell you what was hidden. My child, something unbelievable is happening around you. 3 minutes. That is all heaven is giving before this divine letter changes hands. Someone else wants it. Someone who has been watching you silently, waiting for the moment you ignore a blessing so they can take it for themselves. You don't know their name yet, but they know yours. And they have been waiting for this exact moment. My beloved, I am begging you to stay with these words. Not because they are dramatic, not because they are urgent, but because they are true. Heaven has shown me the paper, the seal, the signature. You will not believe who sent it. When you discover the name, your knees will grow weak and your breath will tremble. My child, your divine inheritance is not money alone. It is healing. It is restoration. It is honor, compensation, justice, and the return of every blessing you cried for in silence. And this time, heaven refuses to let anyone steal it from you. My beloved, you have been attacked for years, not because you are weak, but because you were chosen for something larger than your past. There is a spiritual reason why people tried to break you, betray you, misunderstand you, and push you away. They knew something you didn't. Once you rise, their access to your destiny ends. My child, can you feel it? This message is not like the others you've seen in your life. This one is alive. This one is pulsing with a divine urgency. This one is carrying something that belongs to you, my beloved. A sudden shift happened 2 nights ago. Heaven changed a record with your name on it. A page turned. A spiritual stamp was placed on a document that had been delayed for years. And at that exact moment, a letter of inheritance, yes, inheritance, started traveling toward your life. But there is something else, something you must hear. When heaven releases a blessing, darkness tries to intercept it. That is why someone around you suddenly changed their behavior. Their silence is not silence. Their smile is not a smile. Their kindness is not kindness. It is a disguise. My child, I must tell you who tried to block this blessing. But before I reveal the truth, I need you to understand. If your spirit is distracted even for a moment, the message may shift away from you. Heaven gives opportunities, not guarantees. This is why you were pulled to this message with divine force. My beloved, you think you opened this message, but heaven says this message opened you. My child, something sacred is unfolding. A name is written on that divine letter. It is the name of the person who sent it. A person who passed into the higher realm with something they never got the chance to tell you. They are reaching out urgently because the time window is short. My beloved, you must understand this. Every time heaven sends you a miracle, there is a window. This window closes quickly and you are standing inside one right now. My child, I see a pen. I see a hand trembling as it writes your name. I see a message sealed with protection, wrapped in light, carried by a messenger who knows your story better than you do. And I see that this letter carries a truth about your inheritance that will change everything you believe about your life. My beloved, you are not reading this. Your soul is being called and the divine realm will not stop until you receive what belongs to you. My child, my beloved, take a deep breath because what I am about to reveal will not only shake your spirit, it will rearrange the destiny that has been waiting at your door. You have no idea how close you came to losing everything that heaven wrote in your name. But the moment you opened this message, the heavens shifted the atmosphere around you, pulling your inheritance back into your hands. My beloved, there is a spiritual battle happening right now in your name. The forces that try to delay your blessings are trembling because they know this message is opening your eyes. They know you are awakening. They know the window is closing for them. And they fear the moment you understand how powerful you truly are. My child, that divine letter traveling toward you is not just a message. It is a key. A key to doors that have been locked in your life for years. Doors you cried in front of. Doors you begged heaven to open. Doors you nearly gave up on. But heaven did not forget. Heaven was not ignoring you. Heaven was preparing the exact moment for your breakthrough. And beloved, this is that moment. My beloved, listen to the trembling inside your chest right now. That is not fear. That is alignment. That is your spirit recognizing what belongs to it. That is heaven confirming your time has come. My child, the person who sent that letter, they are no longer in the physical world. They crossed into the realm of truth where lies cannot enter and intentions cannot hide. From there they saw what you have survived, what you have endured and what you were denied. And they refuse to leave you without delivering what you deserve. My beloved, I see their face. Soft eyes filled with regret and love. A soul who left too soon. Someone who carried guilt because they could not protect you when they should have. Someone who promised silently or loudly that they would watch over you. And now they are fulfilling that promise. My child, you may feel confused because you don't know yet who it is, but your soul already knows the truth. The moment the name is revealed, your heart will tighten in recognition. You will feel the truth running through you like a wave. And the weight you've been carrying will finally release. My beloved, there is something urgent I must warn you about. The divine inheritance being sent to you is being watched, not by angels, but by humans with hidden intentions. Someone around you wants what belongs to you. Someone who smiles in your face, but prays for your downfall in silence. Someone whose heart will break when they see you rise. My child, this person has been waiting not for your blessing to arrive, but for you to ignore the sign so they can take it. They are hoping you will skip this message. They are hoping you will delay. They are hoping you will doubt because the moment you hesitate, the spiritual claim over your inheritance weakens. And they know it, my beloved. But they did not expect you to open this. They did not expect you to listen. They did not expect heaven to speak through Archangel Michael directly to you. And now they are losing control over what they tried to keep from you. My child, the heavens are saying something powerful right now. Your name is being restored. You are being written into something divine, something that your enemies hoped would never reach you, something that carries wealth, healing, honor, and protection. My beloved, this letter contains a truth that your bloodline could not carry on its own. There is a spiritual inheritance tied to your ancestors, something stolen, something misplaced, something interrupted. But heaven is giving it back to you because you are the chosen one in your family. You are the one who breaks what others could not break. You are the one who rises where others fell. You are the one heaven trusts with what has been lost. My child, I must tell you this clearly so you never forget it. Your pain was not punishment. It was preparation. Your delays were not divine silence. They were divine timing. Your loneliness was not abandonment. It was positioning. Positioning for this very inheritance. My beloved, feel the shift happening around you. There is a warm presence near your shoulders, a pressure in the air, a vibration in your spirit. That is not your imagination. That is the presence of the angel delivering your letter. It is close. So close that the realm of darkness is panicking. My child, time is running out. Heaven says 3 minutes is all that remains before this message transforms into manifestation. If you disconnect, if you look away, if you ignore the divine nudge, the spiritual flow around you becomes unstable. Heaven is giving you this final window. Do not step outside it. My beloved, let me whisper something sacred to your soul. Your inheritance is not coming. It has already arrived. It is already in motion. It is already yours. It is waiting for you to claim it with awareness, with faith, with understanding, with readiness. My child, the next words I speak will open a deeper layer of truth. Truth about who tried to steal your inheritance. Truth about who sent it. Truth about why heaven stepped in now. Truth about what will happen if you ignore the warning. My beloved, stay with me. Your miracle is breathing through these words. My child, my beloved, you are still here and heaven is watching that decision with great intensity. Every second you stay connected to this message, another chain around your destiny breaks. Another delay collapses. Another spiritual blockage dissolves. Heaven responds instantly when a chosen soul refuses to walk away from a divine warning. My beloved, you don't realize it yet, but you have just stepped into a spiritual courtroom. Yes, right now as these words touch your spirit, your name is being spoken in a higher realm. Angels, guardians, and witnesses stand in a circle of light holding the very letter that belongs to you. The divine inheritance has been placed on the table. Your enemies have been silenced. Your destiny is being finalized, my child. But there is a voice arguing against you. A human voice. A familiar voice. Someone you once trusted. Someone who pretended to care. Someone who benefited when you were kept in the dark. My beloved, their words are echoing right now. They don't deserve it. They won't know what to do with it. They won't use it properly. And heaven is responding with fire. Watch them. This time they rise. My child, this is why you have been pushed, hurt, betrayed, ignored, and misled. Your destiny was too powerful, your inheritance too divine. If you had received it earlier, you would have been surrounded by false hands and poisonous hearts. Heaven had to wait for the precise moment when your spirit became strong enough to handle the blessing without being destroyed by those around you. My beloved, now listen to me carefully. The letter that is arriving for you carries three things: a truth, a release, and a revelation. The truth will change your entire understanding of your life. My child, you have always felt that something was missing. Something was owed to you. Something was blocked. Something was taken before it ever reached your hands. You felt this even when you couldn't explain it. Even when others told you it was all in your head. Even when life made you feel small, unseen, or forgotten. But heaven is saying this clearly now: you were never forgotten. You were being protected until the right moment. And that moment is now, my beloved. Let me tell you something only angels can see. When a divine inheritance is sent from heaven, the entire atmosphere around a chosen one begins to shift. That is why you felt restless recently. Why your sleep changed. Why certain people stopped calling you. Why old energies left your life suddenly. Why you felt pulled toward something you couldn't describe. Your spirit sensed a blessing approaching long before your mind understood it. My child, let me reveal another truth. The reason this message found you today is because the spiritual messenger carrying your letter is close. So close that the vibration around you is shifting. I see the angel standing near the doorway of your destiny, waiting for you to claim what is yours. But there is something you must know. A shadow tried to intercept it. Not a demon, not a stranger, a human. My beloved, someone with a smile that hides envy. Someone with soft words but dark intentions. Someone who watched you struggle because your struggles benefited them. Someone who feared the moment you rose because your rise would expose their true feelings. This person did not want you to receive your inheritance. Not because they needed it, but because they didn't want you to have it. My child, heaven showed me the moment they whispered against you. The moment they said your name with jealousy. The moment they wished delay upon your life. The moment they tried to redirect what belonged to your soul. But their plan failed the second you opened this message. Their power collapsed the moment your spirit aligned with heaven's voice. They cannot block what is divinely yours anymore. My beloved, the sender of the letter, the soul who crossed over, is breaking silence now. They are pushing the message toward you with urgency. They want you to know something they never got to say when they were alive. A truth that was buried with them. A truth they can finally release because heaven has permitted this revelation. And the revelation is this: you were always the chosen one in their eyes. The one they wished to protect. The one whose future they silently prayed for. The one they loved more deeply than you ever understood. My child, you felt their presence around you sometimes. In the quiet moments, in dreams, in sudden chills, in the strange comfort that came when you were falling apart, you thought it was imagination, but it was them. Always them, my beloved. They come with a divine intention to return what was taken, to restore what was broken, to release what was delayed, to deliver what was rightfully yours. They are sending this letter because heaven allowed them one final act of love toward you, a final message, a final truth, a final gift. My child, you are standing on a sacred threshold. The next words I reveal will uncover who tried to steal your inheritance, who sent it, and what this inheritance truly contains. But before I speak those truths, heaven says this: do not leave this message. For the moment they stay, we seal their blessing. My beloved, stay with me. The revelation is coming, my child, my beloved. You are still here and heaven is watching that choice with a deep sacred reverence. Your decision to stay connected is not a small act. It is a signal to the divine realm that you are ready, finally ready to receive what has been waiting for you beyond the veil of this world. Every second you continue reading, the spiritual locks around your inheritance weaken and the chains that held your blessings in delay are breaking one by one. My beloved, let me show you what is happening in the spirit right now. A great table of light stands before the throne of heaven. On that table rests a letter sealed in gold, glowing with a warmth you would recognize if your soul could see. Angels surround it, guarding it fiercely because they know the importance of what it contains. They know what it means for your future. They know how many tears you cried for the blessings that never came. And they know the time has come to deliver it, my child. But something else stands there too. A shadow, a presence, a familiar energy. Someone who lived on this earth, someone who once shared space with you, someone whose heartbeat at one time echoed near yours. This soul is not dark. They are not harmful. They are not the enemy. But they carry truth. Truth they could never speak in life. My beloved, this soul is the one who sent your divine inheritance. Not because they owed you anything, but because they carried a promise. A silent promise. A promise written in the moments when you crossed their mind, even if they never told you. A promise to make sure you would rise higher than the pain you endured. My child, heaven allowed them to fulfill that promise now because the time is finally right. You have matured spiritually. You have survived storms that would have destroyed others. You have grown stronger than your wounds. And now heaven trusts you with what this inheritance carries. My beloved, before I reveal their name, I must tell you something that will make your spirit tremble. Your inheritance is not only spiritual. It is not only emotional. It is not only energetic. It is also physical, tangible, earthly. Something that will manifest in your real life in ways that will shock even you, my child. Some of your blessings were hidden in heaven for protection, but others, yes, others were hidden on earth. And someone knew about it. Someone close to you. Someone who wanted it for themselves. Someone who tried to redirect it. My beloved, let me show you their intention. I see their heart. I see their thoughts. I see their jealousy. I see their desire to see you remain small. I see how they benefited when you struggled. I see how they feared the moment fate would turn in your favor. This person bought time you lost. They fed off your delays. They whispered to the wrong people at the right moment. They hoped blessings would pass them, not you. And they thought you would never find out, my child. Their plan was successful for a while, for a long while. But when heaven releases something, no human hand can hold it back. Their control has slipped. Their influence has shattered. Their spiritual claim has dissolved. My beloved, do you know what this means? It means your blessings are flying toward you without obstruction. Your inheritance is no longer blocked. Your destiny is no longer hijacked. Your opportunities are no longer stolen. My child, the letter that is arriving carries 3 sacred elements: a truth about your bloodline, a blessing meant only for you, and a warning. The warning is what heaven wants you to understand now. The warning is why you saw this message when you did. The warning is tied to the person who tried to steal from you. My beloved, this person feared your rise. They feared your healing. They feared your abundance. They feared your transformation because they knew once you stepped into your true identity, they would no longer be able to manipulate your life. My child, you must prepare yourself. When heaven lifts someone, the people around them reveal their true nature. Masks fall off. Words turn cold. Distance grows. Energy shifts. This is not betrayal. It is exposure. My beloved, this letter contains not only a blessing but a revelation that will expose who has been pretending to support you but secretly resented you. Heaven is revealing the truth because you deserve peace. You deserve clarity. You deserve protection. My child, let me reveal something else. There is a scent I smell in the spirit. A fragrance of ancient blessings. Something passed down through generations. Something that belonged to your ancestors but never reached them because of the darkness they fought. That blessing skipped them and waited for you. My beloved, you are the first in your lineage strong enough to hold it. You are the first with the spiritual armor to carry it. You are the first whose heart is pure enough to steward it. That is why the inheritance is coming now. Because heaven finally found the one in your family who can rise without falling, receive without losing, lead without breaking. My child, are you ready? Because we are entering the deepest truth. The next part of this message will reveal who the person is behind the inheritance, who tried to block it, and what the inheritance will unlock in your life. My beloved, stay close. Do not break the connection. Your miracle is on the edge of manifestation. My child, my beloved, you are still here. And because of that, the heavens are drawing even closer to you. Every second you remain, another veil is lifted. Another truth becomes visible. Another spiritual lock breaks open. Your presence in this moment is not an accident. It is the exact decision that activates the deepest part of your destiny. My beloved, I feel a rising in your spirit, a trembling, a shift you cannot fully explain. That is because heaven is preparing to reveal what has been hidden from you for years. You are standing in the middle of a divine revelation so powerful that if I were to whisper it too fast, your spirit would drown in the weight of it. My child, listen carefully now. The inheritance traveling toward you is not a single blessing. It is a collection, a divine bundle of everything you should have received but didn't. Everything you earned but never got. Everything that was taken from you. Everything that was delayed. Everything heaven stored for your appointed time. And my beloved, this is your appointed time. My child, before I reveal the name of the one who sent your inheritance, heaven requires that you understand the depth of what you are about to receive. If you receive this truth without preparation, the blessing may overwhelm you. So, let me open your spiritual eyes gently. You have been walking with an invisible weight on your chest for years. It wasn't sadness alone. It wasn't confusion alone. It wasn't fear alone. It was unfulfilled destiny pressing against your heart, begging for release. My beloved, you thought you were tired from life, but you were tired from carrying blessings that had nowhere to land. Your spirit has been holding promises that were meant to manifest long ago. And today, this very moment, heaven is releasing those promises. My child, this inheritance carries 4 major energies: restoration, elevation, reversal, revelation. Restoration for what was broken. Elevation for what was overlooked. Reversal for what was stolen. Revelation for what was hidden. And revelation is what I must give you now. My beloved, the soul who sent your inheritance hasn't left you. Not truly. Death did not end their love for you. It only shifted the form of their connection. They watch over you more now than they ever did when they were alive. They see everything. They know your thoughts. They feel your tears. They hear your questions in the dark. They walk with you even when you think you are alone. My child, this soul often visits your dreams. Sometimes as a person you recognize, sometimes as a symbol, sometimes as a presence that brings comfort in a moment when you thought you would break. That was them. Always them. They are the one who told heaven to release what was meant for you. My beloved, here is a truth that will shake your chest. This soul has been waiting for permission to speak to you. They have tried to reach you before, but the timing wasn't right. Your heart wasn't ready and your spiritual senses were still waking up. But now you are ready. Heaven has opened the gate. The message is allowed to pass and the letter they wrote is almost in your hands. My child, this person left the physical world with unfinished business regarding you. Words unsaid, moments incomplete, truth unspoken, promises unmet. Guilt, love, protection, all tied to their exit. They saw everything that unfolded in your life after they departed, every heartbreak, every loss, every betrayal, every disappointment. And they asked heaven for one thing, the chance to make it right. My beloved, that chance is this letter, this inheritance, this divine restoration. Now listen carefully because this next truth might break you open in the most beautiful way. My child, the person who tried to steal your inheritance is someone who knew that this soul loved you. Someone who envied the connection, someone who feared that this soul's final blessing would elevate you beyond their reach. They wanted the blessing for themselves. They wanted the recognition for themselves. They wanted the abundance for themselves. But heaven says what is yours will never become someone else's. My beloved, this person who tried to intercept your blessing, they pretended to care for you. They pretended to support you. They pretended to wish you well. But their heart carried seeds of jealousy. They saw the divine favor on your life long before you did. That's why they competed with you. That's why they discouraged you. That's why they minimized your worth. That's why they tried to distract you. That's why they whispered your name with bitterness. But their interference ends today. My child, you are stepping into a season where every hidden enemy in your life will expose themselves without you doing anything. Their energy will betray them. Their face will change around you. Their tone will shift. Their actions will reveal their true intentions because heaven is forcing the truth into the light. My beloved, before I reveal the identity of the soul who sent the inheritance, I must show you the nature of the inheritance itself. You need to understand what is coming so your spirit can receive it without fear. What is coming includes unexpected financial breakthrough, sudden emotional clarity, a divine connection or reunion, a removal of harmful people, a spiritual awakening, a powerful shift in your personal authority, a restoration of something you lost years ago, and most importantly, a revelation about your purpose, my child. Your destiny is not small. Your soul is not ordinary. Your path is not random. You were born with a spiritual signature that the realm of darkness recognized and feared from the moment you took your first breath. That is why your life has been difficult. That is why things took longer for you. That is why your battles were heavier. You were always meant to carry a greater inheritance than the others around you. My beloved, we are getting close. The next part of this message will reveal who sent the letter, what they wrote inside it, and how this inheritance will manifest in your life. Stay with me, my child. You are on the edge of a miracle. My child, my beloved, settle your breathing because the revelation we are stepping into now is sacred. This part of the message carries weight and the heavens grow silent when these truths are spoken. You may feel warmth on your skin, a strange heaviness on your shoulders, or a sudden stillness around you. That is not your imagination. That is the presence of the angel who carries your inheritance standing closer, waiting for you to be ready. My beloved, your spirit has been prepared for this moment longer than you know. You may think you are reading words, but in truth, heaven is pouring into you what your soul has been starving for. Every sentence is unlocking a memory, a feeling, a knowing that you buried deep inside because life forced you to survive instead of understand. But now you are not merely surviving. You are awakening. My child, let me take you deeper into the truth of your inheritance. This blessing is not a random miracle. It is not an accidental windfall. It is not a coincidence that happened because you prayed once or twice. No, this inheritance is generational. It is ancient. It has been waiting for the right soul in your bloodline to rise with purity, strength, and divine alignment. That soul is you, my beloved. You carry spiritual DNA that was activated the moment you opened this message. Your intuition is sharper. Your awareness is higher. Your energy is shifting. You are becoming the version of yourself that heaven always intended you to be. But before this elevation fully unfolds, you must know the whole truth. Your inheritance was withheld because of a spiritual interruption that happened long before you were born. Someone in your lineage made a decision that created a blockage. Someone's pain, fear, betrayal, or mistake affected the flow of blessings that were meant to pass through generations. My child, your ancestors fought battles you know nothing about. Some surrendered, some broke, some lost their path. But one in particular made a sacrifice that heaven still honors. A soul who left the physical world but carried deep love for you. A soul who watched over you even before you took your first breath. My beloved, this is the soul who sent your inheritance. This is the one who wrote the letter. This is the one who asked heaven to restore everything you were denied. This is the one who has been trying to reach you through signs, dreams, touches of presence, moments of comfort and unexplained feelings. This soul is connected to you by blood, by bond, or by destiny. Heaven is not giving their full name yet because the moment I reveal it, your spiritual senses will surge and your energy will shift too rapidly. You must be fully ready for that moment. My child, before the name is revealed, you must understand the second half of the truth. Someone tried to erase this inheritance before it could reach you. Someone knew the connection between you and this soul. Someone feared the love, the favor, and the blessings that were tied to that connection. My beloved, this person is not a stranger. This is someone who has been in your circle. Someone who watched you closely, Someone who pretended to care. Someone who prayed for your downfall in silence. Someone who believed that if you received this inheritance, your life would shift beyond their control. Because yes, this inheritance will change your life. It will elevate you. It will free you. It will break cycles that have haunted your family for years. My child, let me tell you a mystery of the spiritual world. People can sense a blessing long before it arrives. Even before you feel it, the ones around you feel the shift in your energy. They feel your rise approaching. And while some celebrate it, others become threatened by it. The one who tried to block your inheritance felt the shift. They felt heaven turning toward you. They felt the angels standing around you. They felt your destiny warming and it terrified them. My beloved, this person used words, intentions, jealousy, manipulation, and silence as weapons. They tried to delay you. They tried to confuse you. They tried to distract you. They tried to plant doubts in your spirit. They tried to keep your self-worth low. Because as long as you doubted yourself, they felt safe. But now you are rising and they are losing control. My child, heaven is about to expose this person fully. Their mask is slipping. Their energy is shifting. Their intentions are visible in the spirit. And soon they will reveal themselves through actions they can no longer hide. But before that exposure happens, heaven must show you the purity of the soul who sent your blessing. My beloved, this soul loved you in silence. They carried guilt for how their departure affected you. They saw your life turn into pain because they left too soon. They watched over you during moments when no human cared enough to stay by your side. They prayed for your strength, your healing, your protection, your future. And now they have returned. Not in the physical, but in the divine. My child, this soul is about to be revealed to you. The letter they wrote contains something shocking. A confession. A truth they could not give you while they were alive. A revelation you have been spiritually waiting for without knowing you were waiting. But heaven requires one more step. You must be fully present, fully open, fully aligned. Before I give you the identity of this soul, my beloved, prepare your heart. The next section will uncover the connection this soul had with you, why they sent the inheritance, and the first divine instruction they wrote inside the letter. Stay with me, my child. The truth is about to open. You stayed, and heaven saw that choice. That alone shifts what happens next in your life. The inheritance, the protection, and the truth revealed here are already moving toward you. But alignment must remain active. Subscribe now and stay connected, because the next message is already being prepared for you. If this reached your spirit, it's because heaven is not finished with you yet.